Eastern Burrard Inlet is where residential communities coexist with industry, including oil tankers and a refinery. The Tsawwatooth First Nation has produced a report of ways to restore and enhance the area's marine productivity.
I guess the relationship is kind of tenuous. I mean, we understand, what the industry provides to Canadian economy and society, but the Tsawwatooth have always protected our homelands and waters. So I think what we're feeling now is the inlet is at a real tipping point. There was a time there when the health of the inlet was really severe, and since I was 12 years old, we haven't been able to harvest the clams and oysters and mussels that once were, sustained us for millennia.
I mean, we have relationships with most of the industrial users around the inlet. When they have oil spill exercises, we're there. When there are actual oil spills, we're there. So with the existing industry, we try to work to make sure everything is as safe as possible so that there's no more damage, and then kind of layer on top of that environmental stewardship and restoration to bring back some of the things that have been lost. Herring were eliminated in 1885. It's 130 years since there's been a healthy herring population in the inlet. We're just in the last few years starting to see herring return. Starting in North Vancouver, McKay Creek, Mosquito Creek, Lynn Creek, Seymour River, kind of creating a series of habitat islands that, especially out-migrating small salmon, can kind of hop from island to island and have a place to rest on their journey out to the sea. That's kind of the boundary where if any industry is planning development, there's an expectation that they come and talk to us about those plans. Tsawwatooth has sponsored numerous restoration projects up and down the inlet, and those are all starting to add up and providing benefits that we can actually see in terms of populations.
The First Nation is hopeful that enhancement efforts can return herring to Burrard Inlet and permit the safe harvesting of shellfish.